This trend of Nigerian wives abandoning their husband after he must have single-handedly brought them abroad and trained them in school has been making waves all over social media. And this is one of those stories. And this is a story of a man who has been driving taxi for 6 years in the US, and he brought his wife over to become an American nurse. He trained her from the process of his taxi driving by doing longer hours and also making sure that he was able to support her through school. And after that, the woman decided to tell him off. Hi guys, you're watching Chiki series. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. I quite appreciate that. It's good to have you around again. And if you're new to this channel, thank you for clicking on this video. Make yourself comfortable as we get right into the gist. Also remember to hit on that red subscribe button. That way you get our latest updates. Like I said, this trend of Nigerian wives leaving their husband after he must have trained them abroad, probably to become a nurse or become something better, and the woman eventually gets a job, will kick the husband out. It has been trending for a while on social media. So I can say that this is not the first time such a thing is happening. It has been something that has been recurring in Nigerian society in the US. So this lady known as Major General Oluchi decided to share a story. I believe is the brother or a relation who is based in the US. He said that the man traveled to the US 6 years ago and he saved some money, because when he traveled to the US 6 years ago, after a while he decided to go into taxi driving and he saved some money from that. And when he wanted to marry, he went to Nigeria and got himself a young lady, took the lady abroad. After a year, he enrolled the lady in a nursing school so that she can become a nurse and earn more money to support the family, because his taxi job wasn't enough. This is where I have problem with some men. Why can't you train yourself in nursing school? Why should you go and marry and expect your wife to become a nurse? Why can't you do it yourself? That's the area I'm a bit worried about. People, you want to invest in somebody else, why not invest in yourself first, so that at the end of the day, you be the one making that money? Then if you want your wife to also be a nurse, okay, fine. She can be a nurse, knowing fully well that you've already invested in yourself, you've already upgraded yourself, and not you going to marry somebody, expect the person to be a nurse so that the person can cater for the family. I don't have problem with a lady helping out with the family finances, or she sharing the family finances with the husband. I'm up for that. But my problem is that for you to empower somebody, you need to first of all empower yourself. Okay? The lady continues to say that the man used to work long hours to make ends meet while the wife was in school, and everything was perfect between them. Even after they welcomed their baby boy, she graduated from nursing school, bought herself a car, and they were able to move into a nicer apartment, but her husband was unhappy. He said that she barely stayed at home when she's off, and she normally leaves the baby with a nanny all day until he returns to take over. She doesn't like cooking and will hang out with her friends all day. He said they haven't touched each other in 6 months now. So they've turned themselves to television. The romance has died. They just look at each other. There is nothing about two of them, nothing about love that is existing between them. And that's the reason why I said that the story is incomplete, because 6 months is a long time. And the whole thing that happened within 6 months cannot be expressed in this short message, this Twitter message. So, and each time he tries talking to her, she will get upset and lash out at him. And just recently, he invited a close relative to talk to her, but she walked out on them, asking for a divorce if her husband is tired of the marriage. Really, this is really sad. So according to the lady, he said that the man has invested so much in his wife and also loves the wife. So the problem now is that, why will you tell the man who suffered under snow, driving taxi for 5 years, to just train you to become a world-class American nurse, to divorce you if he's tired? And the man right now is in a state of confusion, doesn't want to divorce the woman because of how he has invested everything in her, and also wants their marriage to work out. But at the same time, he's afraid of losing the woman. He said that the wife is no longer the woman he married 5 years ago. This is really a very sad story, and I can imagine the pain the man is going through. But the fact is that this story is not complete. They lived together for 5 years. A lot of things must have happened which the lady did not share in this story. There are other sides to this story, probably the woman's side because it's like this lady is talking about the man's side, what the woman doesn't do at home, and how she has been going out with friends, neglecting her duty as a wife, and stuff like that. There is another side of the story, which is the woman's side of the story. Definitely, the woman will have something to say about this. I don't know what transpired, but looking at this, you can't really use it to judge it. But where I'm blaming the woman and also blaming the man is that the woman, after being trained as a nurse, at least would have been able to assist the man a bit to make sure that home is at least well taken care of. But I can't really say, because I don't know whether she does 12-hour shift or she does 18-hour shift, because people want to work themselves out in this Obodo Ibo that makes her not being able to take care of the home front. But this story is also saying that she has time to hang out with her friends, leaving her household work, because in an African setting, in an African household, they believe the woman is supposed to take care of the household chores. But there are some cases whereby the woman might want long hours, and you see a man in the house who wouldn't want to help out with the household chores. He might even be in that house, he wouldn't go to work, but he will not even enter the kitchen to try to wash the plate or help to warm the food before the woman comes back. That one is another layer of stress added to the work the woman is doing. But I'm not saying that's the case here, because the woman never said it. This lady never said something like that. But I'm just trying to explore all options, trying to look at everything to understand what really went wrong, because most often African men are fond of saying, I'm the man, you need to respect me. But the thing they fail to understand is that in African setting, the man provides. Then here abroad, the man and the woman, they work. The man does not provide alone, because the man does not pay the bills alone. The man cannot even pay the bills alone. It's difficult, except the man has a very good stable job. Otherwise, they need to split the bill. And if they need to split the bills, that means two of them need to work tirelessly to make sure that they're able to pay off the bill. And when two people are working in the family, in that case, I don't believe that the household chores will be waiting for one person because she's a woman. Then the household chores will be waiting for her whenever she comes back. Even if she has done 12 hours in a day, then she will come back to meet somebody who has not even gone to work, cross his leg in front of the television and be watching different series of movies, not even bothering to know whether the kids have eaten or whether there is food in the house. So that's the angle I'm coming from. In African setting, they keep saying woman is in charge of household chores. But the context in Africa is not the same thing with the Western world. And again, I know that some women, some ladies now wait for men that are based abroad to come and marry them. I'm not saying that it's wrong, but before you jump on any offer from somebody coming back from abroad or living abroad, you have to make sure that you understand what is facing you in that abroad. If I may speak, you might want to ask some people or your friends who have been there to tell you how things work, because sometimes when men like this leave Western world or wherever they're staying and go straight to Nigeria to pick a girl that is in Nigeria, it's not the same environment. The girl might not understand how things work, and some of these men, they're not even very kind to the woman that they're bringing from Nigeria. You bring somebody, you train the person and expect the person to start paying bills, to take over all the responsibilities from you and do it. I mean, come on, let's tell ourselves this truth. If that's the way a home is being run, it's not gonna work, because at the end of the day, two of you need to bring your resources together and pay off the bill. So that's the reason why when this man said, based on her story, she said that the man brought a lady from Nigeria and trained the lady. Why should you bring somebody from Nigeria that you train? Why not find a woman in the country where you're living? I'm a fan of people who decide to find a wife where they are staying, because at the end of the day, the person that you want to marry, you must have known the person to a certain level before you marry the person. There are some people that go to Nigeria and bring wife and they still work for them perfectly well. So at the end of the day, the person who is bringing the woman, how is your character? Will you be able to take care of the woman, being able to put her through, to explain to her and guide her through, not necessarily bringing her, treating her as an object, abusing her because you feel you have the resources or because you feel you're paying her school fees. Then whatever you want to do with her. At the end of the day, when the lady gets her freedom, when she graduates, she will put up another character character that is different from what you know. And that's the reason people start saying, oh, she has changed. She has come abroad to learn bad things. But at the end of the day, might even be the man that pushed the lady to start behaving the way she's behaving. I'm not supporting the lady that they're talking about because I don't know the full story. I'm also aware that there are bad women that will take any opportunity for granted, and when they're done with it, they want to maltreat the person that gave them the light. I understand that perfectly well. And there are good women that wouldn't want to take such opportunity for granted too. Like I said before, I'm trying to look at all options, all the angles to this, because these are part of the problem. So at the end of the day, if a man really wants to improve his status, you don't need your wife to improve your status. If you want to go and learn nursing or to study further to improve yourself, to improve your skills, to improve your capacity, you pay for yourself, you learn it yourself. You don't need to put your trust on any human being going to bring your wife. Okay, now the man has suffered to work in snow, raise this money. He's feeling bad that at the end of the day, when this woman leaves, it will get back to him because he has wasted resources. But if you've invested it in yourself, then you wouldn't be feeling this bad. I'm not saying that you cannot invest in your wife, but before you invest in your wife, make sure you invest in yourself. If you are better, then you can make another person to be better. You can't make somebody to be a better version of herself when you've not bothered to improve your capacity, to improve your skills yourself and make yourself a better person. Charity begins at home. If the woman wants to divorce, there's no other thing that he will do than to move on with his life. It's very painful, but that's it. He has made the mistake, and people need to learn from this. You invest in yourself. I'm not trying to look for somebody else to invest in, but get it right. I'm not saying you're not going to invest in your wife, but first of all, make sure you invest in yourself. So that's it. There are some people that they even kill their spouse because of things like this. After spending the money, the man realizes that the woman wants to divorce him. I'm not saying that it's the right thing to do anyway, it's not. But if the woman wants to go, there's nothing you can do. Some people will go all out to injure the other person or to even take the person out, delete the person completely from the face of the earth. Instead of getting so much frustrated, if you had invested in yourself, the frustration will not be that high. At least you say, okay, no problem. So let me know what you guys think about this, of men going to Nigeria to pick wives, and when they bring them to the abroad, they train the person, give the person all the capacity, and eventually the woman will turn around and stab the man at the back. And also remember that this does not happen only among women. There are also some men that you bring from Nigeria. At the end of the day, when they get exposed, they get whatever they want, they dump the woman. There are cases like that also. We're just talking about women because that's the case that the lady shared. So let me know what you think about it. I'm gonna sign off here. Stay healthy and safe. Remember to share this video with family and friends if you love it, and subscribe to this channel if you've not done already. Also give this video a thumbs up if you like it because it helps with the algorithm. And I'm gonna catch you guys in my next video. Bye and remain blessed.